Hello everybody, Hapbidets is here at Consensus Miami in Miami. We are surrounded by brilliant minds in the world of finance, tech, and innovation, and strangely, one of the most passionate people here today is passionate not just about cryptocurrency, but as it turns out, bidets.
Passionate about my booty.
David Sencil, news product manager at Bitcoin.com.
There we go.
Thank you for being with us.
Happy to be here.
How are you holding up?
My posterior is suffering a little bit from the barbarity of this country, but I've got my wipes for to help civilize my body. I don't like poop on my skin. Apparently, that's a hot take in America. I don't like poop on my skin. I can't wait to get back to a country where people don't have poop on their skin.
So I've got a couple
Do you have
questions
poop on
here for
your
you. As of right now,
poopy
I
skin?
should not.
Okay.
I should not.
Apparently, 90% of the people watching this, if you're in America, you have poop on your skin. Poopy skin.
It's like 93.5%.
Nasty. What is wrong
to
with
be
you?
sure. So
Jesus.
you work in crypto, security,
Yeah.
AI,
Yeah.
but when you really think about humanity's future, is the bigger issue actually toilet technology?
I really hope not. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, we were talking with other people. It's just like, it's the state of the world where like, okay, I travel and you go to like Dubai or Singapore, Tokyo. People from America come there and like, it's so clean. Look at this. The roads are so clean, and you look at them and like, is this really the state of the world where the thing that creates wonderment is that we have clean streets?
Uh-huh.
Is it really the state of the world where not having poop on your butt is like that's a win? Oh, no. This should not be the future of the world. Like, yeah, we did it. We have clean asses. We're number one. It's like, no. This should be done. It's so pathetic. This is a given. This is a given that you have clean asses, that your streets are clean. What are we doing here? This is not the future.
What happens to your body with a week of no bidet? What does your body go through?
Okay, so I don't actually know what happens because I've been in Japan for like nearly 20 years. And every time I travel, I always make sure to have wipes. I can tell you maybe like 36, 72 hours what happens. It's just nasty. And the sweating and the itching, the discomfort. You kind of want to squirm in your chair. You see Americans just like doing this all the time. You're like, I know what you're doing. You never see squirmers like this in Japan. You don't need to squirm because you have a clean, non-poopy butt. So yeah, that usually is what happens. The swamp ass, right? Very common in the U.S.
I've almost entirely stopped scratching my anus.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that you sometimes scratch because that is just like, that's a sign. I think that I would point out, like, ah!
It was the old days before I was enlightened.
Yeah. Well, see, here's what we do. So we were talking again about this before we got on camera with another individual. In Japan, there's bidets everywhere. You almost never see a public restroom where there isn't a bidet. So let's say it's August, it's 102 degrees, 90% humidity. You've been out for most of the day. Let's say you've been drinking and eating curry. It's a lot of sweat and things down there. Spicy sweat. So you're starting to feel like, oh, I might need to itch. No, what are you, crazy? Go to the toilet, spray it out, freshen up, off you go. No problem. No problem. Never need to itch, ever. Right? Like just clean it up.
I want to know if you remember your first time when you used a bidet.
So, I was cajoled into using a bidet by all my friends. Every one of my friends had used it, and they were supporters of it, and so they constantly just kind of nudged me David, you got to use it. So eventually one time I did. I didn't tell anybody. But I mean, the first time it was.
You were a little ashamed, perhaps. The first time.
Yeah, a little ashamed. And I mean, it takes like 1 or 2 times to kind of like dial in the brown target. And so I sprayed my ass cheeks a little bit. But very quickly, you're an adult. You have proprioception, so you kind of know where things are.
Yeah.
And within 1 or 2 times, it was instant. Like, oh, this is just much better. And I think it must have been summer too, because it was like kind of itchy and irritated down there.
Yeah.
And then that went away pretty much instantly, right? Like about as fast as a cause and an effect as you get.
Yeah.
And but it's like if you start lifting weights, there's a lag between lifting weights and seeing the effect of like, oh, I have more energy and I can move around. Or you start getting better sleep. You might see some like short-term bumps, but then it takes a little longer to see longer-term effects, eating better, things like that. Washing your butt, and the effects are pretty immediate in terms of these lags for bodies. So I mean, just give it a try.
And then when you're walking around in the world, right? Because there's sort of a before and after moment. Would you say? Would you say that there is psychologically within yourself a before and after moment, like before bidet? You didn't?
Yeah.
Did you think about it before?
No. Well, I'll tell you this though. Like, so you live in America. It's different. So it was for me more like.
That's right, because you were in Tokyo for 20 years.
Yeah. So when it was more like my before and after was more like, oh, I've joined the normal world, right? And then pretty much everywhere. Every toilet had it, so it's just like, oh, great! This is how the world works. It'd be like living in a country where they don't have sinks to wash your hands after you go to, when you in the toilet. There's paper.
Yeah.
Let's say you pee or poop.
Oh, you just have a towel.
And then there's a towel. There's
That's
like a public towel.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, this is how I've done my whole life. Why would I need water?
Right.
That's gay. Something like that, right? And then suddenly you're like, everyone is like, no, you live in a country. We have faucets in every. And you're like,
but I'm going to get wet. Why would I want to get wet?
Do this.
Yeah.
I don't. And then
have a towel.
You're like, then you'd have this moment of like, oh, this is awesome. Every toilet I go into, I get to wash my hands.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the before and after. Just like, oh, this is how it works. I think for you, I would guess it would be different. It'd be more like, what's wrong with everybody, right? That
you
would
start
be
to walk around like that, and you're looking, and you're thinking, I bet he'd.
Yeah.
He's never heard of one.
Yeah.
He maybe.
Yeah. Here's the thing, and I was thinking about this on this trip. I go to a bathroom, especially at a conference like this, and you're waiting to use one of the stalls. So you're just sitting there waiting to use the stall, and there's like a long line of guys waiting, and I'm just like looking at all these guys. I'm like, every one of these guys is gonna get poop on their butt.
And you're wagging your
and I have my packet. I have my packet. I have it in my hands.
Every one of them walks out. Yeah.
And I'm just like. And you hear the pooping sounds like, oh, and you're like, that's on his skin for the rest of the day. What in the hell is happening here?
Would you call this a public health issue?
I would call it a public health issue because I have friends who live in Japan who've had lots of hemorrhoid problems. This is true. Anecdotal, but true. They've all moved to Japan and started to wash their entire body like an adult, like a human. Civilized human. And the hemorrhoids have gone. Disappeared. No longer an issue. Imagine
Remarkable.
that. You remove shit from your body and...
Take away the poop, you're healthy.
Yeah. Less poop equals better health.
I heard you had to rely on wet wipes recently.
Yeah, I mean, they're over there.
Was that
Jamie, you want to toss them to me? I don't want to call them out, but this is my savior. We don't have to show the name, but yeah, I've got him right here.
It's sad the lengths we have to go to.
Yeah.
In such a clean, civilized country as America.
I hate that they're scented as well, which is nasty. I don't want to wipe scents on my butt. But
is that a dark time for you when you need to slink off and just drag yourself to the toilet with a
No.
bag of baby wipes?
I mean, I feel I don't slink off. First of all, I grab them and I basically like indict every American around them. Like, look what you're making me do! I want to show them. There's no embarrassment whatsoever. I am condemning every person I see, like daring them to say anything.
Absolutely.
Just like staring at them. Seriously. I mean, you saw me earlier. I was just like, here I go. What the fuck?
You're shouting down
go.
here to all of the guests.
Look what you made me do! Like that, and I do. I go to the airport and I pull them out. Oh God!
Some people would say, perhaps, you're a bit reliant on the bidet. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, I mean that's like saying that you're reliant on a sink to clean your hands after you pee or poop, right? Like, well, look at this idiot. He needs to wash his hands after he pees and poops. That guy's reliant on the sink, isn't he?
Right,
Idiot.
right.
No, I mean, come on. What are we talking about here, right? Or like, that's like saying you're reliant on a toilet. Well, why don't you just poop here? Why don't you poop on the ground? Just squat. We can squat anywhere.
You might as well.
Might as well, because you don't want to be reliant on something like a toilet.
And why brush your teeth? Why brush your teeth?
Yeah, of course not. Just
You gotta take that
don't
thing
use
with you
toothpaste.
every time you travel.
I find that to be a nonsensical argument. We are reliant on a lot of things in the modern world, and you just have to have the infrastructure to be healthier. Toilets, running water, potable water. No, I don't see anyone complaining about this kind of stuff.
Let me see if I've got any other hard-hitting questions here. Do you actively try to convert people?
I do a little bit.
I mean, obviously you wouldn't have to
Yeah.
in Tokyo.
Well, no, you don't.
Yeah.
And like people I do know people, like newcomers in Tokyo. And yeah, if berating them is converting them, I do that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you idiot?
I
Fuck out
saw
of my
you
face.
doing that to a friend of ours yesterday.
But yeah, I do that. Like if we're at a bar or whatnot,
Yeah.
and
So
someone's fresh to
you'll bring
Tokyo.
it up.
Yeah. Or they'll often bring it up because they're new. Like,
Yeah.
what's the deal with this? Yeah, isn't this just like that's what homos do? I'm like, dude, fuck out of here, man. You're so dumb and you're dirty.
And then my
Go
next
wash your
question for
ass
you
right
is:
now.
have you ever lost a friendship because of this?
No, I haven't. I have not. Luckily, I guess the one saving grace about this whole situation is that, as the person off camera, I'm not going to dox him, has said, he has an unclean butt, but he keeps saying like, but it's covered. I've got underwear and pants on. Nobody can see it or smell it.
It's
not
sitting
my
on this
hand.
chair
It's
that
not
someone's
my
going to sit on
hands.
later.
It's not my hand. So I mean, there is truth to that, where you can kind of hide your disgusting poop shame under like layers of clothing.
And he definitely does that.
Everybody does it.
Yeah.
Everybody does it. And so I think that maybe that's the barrier. So yeah, I mean that's kind of the situation, and why, what's it called, proselytizing people can be difficult, because people can meet and you don't really, it's hard to tell, right? There's no like, hopefully there's no smell or anything like that. Maybe there's some like squirming, but I guess people just ignore that kind of stuff.
Does America make you feel physically unsafe with its lack of bidets and the number of people that you know are walking around
You know what?
not even knowing what one is?
Unsafe, no, but how about unsexy? How about that?
Yeah.
You know, we're in Miami. There are a lot of beautiful people here, and then I'm just thinking about like being a young person here, and just how disgusting that would be here.
Well, if you had everybody's attention here, last question. If you had everybody's attention here, you were up on stage, you were to give some sort of keynote, right? What would be the message you would convey to the consensus attendees here?
Maybe wipe the poop off your skin and see how it feels.
Yeah.
Buy Bitcoin.
All right. Well, David,
Yeah.
it was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. Oh God, I hope
great.
Okay. See how canceled I get for that.